Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of Kaden's Kitchen. My name is Kaden LeDuc, and on this episode, it's a bit of a longer wait than the last previous ones. This is going to be marinated pork chops. These are delicious, I can confirm. It does take a while to wait. If you want to wait to 3 to 6 hours, then do it. If you want to, honestly, you can let them marinate for longer. You can let them marinate for up to 12 hours. And for even more added flavor to it. I did about 4 hours. The recipe calls for about 3 to 6 hours, but I assure you that it is a delicious marinade and that it is well worth the wait in the end. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try it yourself. And without further ado, let's get to the video. So what you're going to need for the marinade is 4 cloves of chopped garlic, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of spicy brown mustard, a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire, this kind of sauce, of course salt, and finally a sealable plastic baggie. 2 teaspoons of thyme, which reminds me to tell you guys to check out Thyme with Tanner. 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. Don't forget your pork chops. So all you really have to do is combine all the ingredients into a large bowl and start to mix them around. Now it'd be easier to use a whisk for this, however I do not have one at the moment, so we're just going to go with a fork for now. Maybe not the most visually appealing, but I assure you it will taste delicious in the end, and this is really worth it. It's if you can put up with waiting time to let it marinate, then this is definitely going to be a tasty pork chop. And we'll give this a taste. Delicious. So the last thing we're going to do before we put the pork chops in the bag to marinate is we are going to score them. Now what scoring essentially is you're going to make a slight cut at the top of the chop. Hey, that rhymed. Which I can't really do with 2 hands, but essentially all you do is just a very light cut, maybe I can, and just light enough to where we're going to let that marinade, a delicious marinade, absorb into the pork chop so it can take on as much flavor as possible. It is going to be delicious. But not too great of a day. Remember, stay at home, wash your hands. Quarantine, people. Okay, so the chops have been marinating for about 4 hours now, and I don't want to wait anymore. Let's cook these so we can eat them. So to start, we're going to heat some olive oil in a skillet on medium to high heat because we're going to want to get a nice crust and a nice outer flavor coating on these pork chops. The marinade should have done its work by now. We're just going to add a little bit more salt and pepper to it just for some more taste, and should be great. Once the oil is hot enough, we're going to add the chops to the pan. I added just a little bit of the marinating liquid in it so it can absorb some more of that flavor while it's cooking. We're going to season it a little bit on the outside with salt and pepper, not too heavy. There should be enough seasoning already in the marinade, but I just want to get some more flavor into these. We're going to let these go in the pan for a little bit. We want to get a nice color on each side. You can eat pork, as a more recent development in history. You can eat pork medium rare, however you'd like it. I choose not to do that because my grandmother always paranoid me with trichinosis. So I'm going to cook these to well done. That's just me though. So once the chops are heated enough, we are going to put them on a paper towel on a plate to rest and cool down a little bit, and then we'll be good to eat them. And once the chops are cooked all the way through, they're nice and rested and everything and ready to eat, you can serve them by themselves with sides or with a side salad like I've done here. Let's dig in. You know what's weird is that I'm not even usually that big of a fan of pork chops on their own. I haven't even had them in forever, but I'm excited to try these. I'm excited to try this marinade. It's the recipe is called the Best Ever Pork Chop Marinade. So let's see if it lives up to its name. I'm hoping I cooked these well, because if I did not, then that's on me. And there it is. I think that's perfect, honestly. For me, that's perfect. There's no pinkness. It's cooked all the way through, but it's still juicy in the middle. It's very tender from I think the marinade definitely helped with that. But let's see how it tastes. It's the most important thing. Yeah. I like that. Very tender, very flavorful, kind of sweet with the brown sugar. I think the spicy mustard helps, so you definitely get that kind of a bitter mustard taste to it. But I think the sweetness of the brown sugar and all those other spices that are in it really help. Yeah. And if I do say so myself, these are also cooked really well. I think this one's pretty much perfect on the temperature. It's nice and moist. I'm sorry if you don't like that word, but it is nice and moist. It's very tender, juicy, just delicious all around. I'm definitely gonna finish this. But for now, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and hopefully you liked it. If you make it yourself, let me know in the comments. I would always love some feedback. Thank you one more time. Well, not one more time. I'll be thanking you in the rest of the videos. But thank you again for all the support that I've been getting through this series. It's gotten way more than I expected. And I really appreciate it, guys. I can't thank you enough. So thank you once again. I'm just a thank you machine coming out here. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe if you don't want to do that. I'm not going to force you. I'm not that kind of guy. But I hope you do. Thanks again. I said thank you again. Wow. For watching this. Stay safe, everybody. It's going to be over soon, hopefully. Wash your hands, be nice to people. Brush your teeth. And I'll see you guys later.